Good evening. We're starting with breaking news about Senator John McCain. Just days after undergoing a procedure to remove a blood clot from above his left eye, a spokesperson for the senator now tells us the tests on that tissue reveals the senator has a brain tumor known as a glioblastoma.
The senator and his family are reviewing further treatment options with his Mayo Clinic care team.
Team 12's Bram Resnick is here with the breaking details. Bram, I'm so sorry to hear this.
And so am I. I've covered him for many, many years. It's really tough news for a lot of folks out there, a lot of viewers. And I have to tell you, this was the worst case scenario presented to us by outside doctors who reviewed the surgery. Now Senator John McCain, the maverick who never backed down from a fight, is in the fight of his life. Mayo Clinic surgeons performed a craniotomy on McCain last week, drilling into his skull to remove the blood clot. With today's diagnosis of brain cancer, doctors say the 80-year-old McCain and his family are reviewing the next steps in treatment, which could include chemotherapy and radiation. Outside doctors who reviewed the surgery had speculated that the blood clot might be connected to cancer. McCain had cancer surgery 17 years ago on his temple and cheek, not far from the site where the blood clot was found. The senator has had 3 other bouts with melanoma. McCain's doctors say he is recovering from his surgery amazingly well, and his underlying health is excellent. There is no timetable for McCain's return to the U.S. Senate, where he has served Arizona for 31 years. And this is an uncomfortable question we have to address. The question arises, what if John McCain can no longer carry out the duties of a U.S. Senator? Under Arizona law, Governor Doug Ducey would name his replacement. It has to be from the Republican Party. That person would serve until the next scheduled statewide election. So no special election. There will be part of a statewide scheduled election.
I know you've been digging into this, and all of it's developing right now, but what do we know about how aggressive this form of cancer is?
With the caveat, of course, I'm not a doctor. I've spoken to them over the course of the last week or so. This is a very aggressive form of cancer. Add to that, John McCain is 80 years old. He'll be 81 next month, and it's even tougher in an older person. You did hear his doctor say he is in excellent health, and for those of us who have followed him for many years, I can attest to that too.
Yeah, and we know he's a fighter.
His stamina are remarkable,
Oh, yeah.
and he is
He's a fighter.
No one could go through what he went through, and people who are younger maybe forget or don't know that he was a prisoner of war for many years and tortured by the Vietnamese.
Hard to remember, lots of folks. John McCain has been on the national and international stage for half a century, ever since his capture during the Vietnam War. The son of an admiral, held captive, endured torture, 6 years of torture, much of that time, was finally released, came back to America within a short time, 1982, and moved to Arizona, run for Congress, and he's been serving Arizona ever since. And he's just always been there. And now we have never seen him. You have to go back to that cancer surgery in 2000. I'm sure you remember that. That was the toughest moment we've seen. That was really serious cancer on the left side of his cheek. As I said in that story there, there was a concern among doctors that may have migrated to his brain. At the time, 30 lymph nodes were removed to ensure they weren't cancerous, and they weren't. But McCain had to go through a really tough battle there. This one is much worse.
Right, and chemo and radiation, possibly treatment for this. Definitely our prayers out to John McCain, his family, and also those doctors that'll be treating him.
Absolutely, and I just wanted to mention, you were telling us when you came in that Lindsey Graham commented earlier this week about the senators being a little bit forgetful.
So let's go back to last June and the confusion we saw in the senator during the hearing when he was questioning former FBI Director James Comey. Lots of questions about the senator's health after that. He said he just stayed up late the night before.
Right.
But just on Monday, Lindsey Graham, a very close friend of John McCain, told CNN that he noticed the senator had been forgetful for quite a while.
It kind of makes you look at that Comey situation a little bit differently, right?
It paints it in a whole different light. Yeah. Well, a lot of sentiments are obviously pouring in for the senator. His colleague, Senator Jeff Flake, just spoke to Senator John McCain. Tough diagnosis, but an even tougher man. And this from Governor Ducey: John McCain is undoubtedly the toughest man in the U.S. Senate. He's an American hero and has served our country like few ever will. And former Arizona Governor Jan Brewer: my thoughts and prayers are with Senator John McCain tonight. His wife Cindy McCain and the entire family join me in saying a prayer for them.
And Ruben Gallego, we've had our disagreements, but John McCain is an American hero and legendary Arizonan. I wish him the best in these difficult times ahead. Congresswoman Kyrsten Sinema, thinking about Senator John McCain and his family tonight. He is a fighter, and we are all with him in this fight. Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi, John McCain is a hero, a patriot, and a fighter. I am privileged to call him a friend. Paul and I pray for his recovery and his family.
Senator Marco Rubio: John McCain is an American hero. I pray for him and his family and look forward to seeing him soon.
So make sure you stay tuned to 12 News for the very latest on this breaking news. We're going to have so much more coming up tonight at 10 o'clock. And in the meantime, you can check out our website at 12news.com.